One to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. Logano a distant third. Blaney and Hamlin fighting for fourth, side by side. Menard, Boyer, Suarez. Kurt Busch, 54th career win for Kyle Busch. Kurt Busch, second. Lap to go from Credit One Bank.
Man, what do you do if you're Truex? You want to hook that yellow line, but the 22's getting a big run off the top.
It's all going to come.
He's going to get there.
It's going to come down.
Don't give him the outside.
It's going to come down to it right here.
Oh, the Truex
Martin
moves
Truex makes that car wide. Short track win number 1 for Martin Truex and Joe Gibbs Toyota.
Man.
Oh, Stenhouse.
Stenhouse pounds the wall, but they took the white flag, sponsored by Credit One Bank, under green. Stenhouse.
No caution, is it?
Trying to get away.
Yet.
Here they come. Chase Elliott, Alex Bowman, Ryan Preece. Logano on the outside.
Oh,
and Byron's around. He crashes. Caution is out.
Heavy impacted inside wall by the 42 of Larson.
Man.
Kyle Larson, Jeffrey Earnhardt with heavy damage, and William Byron.
Man.
On the last lap.
Well, that was really scary looking. That 42's floating through the air as he made it, impacted that inside wall.
Well, these three Chevy drivers did as ordered, worked together, and with the checkered flag, Chase Elliott has brought the Elliott name back to victory lane at Talladega. Sponsored by Credit One Bank for Martin Truex of Mayetta, New Jersey.
Way high. Still outside. Still outside. Got plenty of room behind him to bring it back here, bud. Plenty of room behind him. Just bring it back to the checkered flag for me, brother.
9-second lead over Alex Bowman, who's going to have a career day. Martin on Monday. Martin Truex wins the Gander RV 400.
Oh, that was awesome.
21st career victory.
I think they can get a big enough run. Somebody's going to have
Boyer.
to.
Boyer almost drilled Eric Jones.
Yes, he did. I mean, he had Jones in his sights and let him go.
Now Jones with the run off the top.
Keselowski is loving this. When he looks in his mirror and those guys are side by side.
Yeah, they're side by side, side drafting. That's just opening up the door for the 2-car to do about whatever he wants. If they could get single file, maybe, but just
too late, baby.
Not going to happen.
Brad Keselowski for Team Penske wins in Kansas. Bowman second for the 3rd race in a row.
Guys, way to never give up.
That was it.
1 to go.
Now, Kyle Larson just rocketed off turn 4. That high line really paid off for him. But Bubba's got that inside working pretty good, and he's holding his own.
Was there a little bit of contact? Yeah, between the 42 and the 43 of Bubba Wallace.
That's a side draft. That's a little too much side drafting.
Here they come. Winner advances. Everybody else stays out.
Awesome job by Bubba Wallace. Here comes
watch that bottom. Watch that bottom.
It's
William Byron.
Yes!
Him.
William Byron did it.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Beats Wallace to the line. 1 to go.
I love the fight Bubba Wallace has in him
Boys,
right
hang
now.
on to him. That got ugly getting into turn 1.
That was a great side draft that Bubba Wallace gave to Suarez to fight for that position.
Oh, this is going to be big.
Larson still coming on the inside. He's up to 3rd. He's got one more corner to get there.
Oh, I think Bubba's got
probably not enough time. Wallace, Suarez to the bottom.
Crossover.
Wow.
Bubba.
My goodness, these finishes have been crazy.
What about that?
He's pulling away. Larson, 0.8 of a second ahead of Dillon and Bowman.
I think Larson's had a really good car all night long. He just hasn't had the brakes go his way until now.
Looks like
Bowman with a run, but it's for 2nd place.
another shot to go win $1 million here.
Kyle Larson for Chip Ganassi Racing.
Now, boys.
Win a 2nd.
Larson left that bottom lane open one more time. Big run coming from the 4-car. Kevin Harvick down the back straightaway.
This is amazing. All Kevin Harvick can see is dollar bills flying out the trunk of that car.
Kyle Larson
has got it made.
had to win the Open to transfer. He did, and now Kyle Larson wins $1 million and the Monster Energy All-Star Race.
Well, he's going to be in a lot better mood than he was after that.
Waves, 1 to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank.
I didn't think they'd make it to the white flag, but some miraculous way they did.
Oh my gosh. I didn't think the 19 car, after he hit the wall in the beginning of the race, would win it, but he did. Oh, around there goes somebody on the back. I don't know who that was.
11. Boy, heavy.
Denny Hamlin.
Denny Hamlin.
Heavy crash.
Big crash.
Most everybody gets through there. No caution. Checkered flag in the air. Martin Truex wins the Coca-Cola 600. Waves over Kyle Busch. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank.
1.9.
That's the gap to Keselowski.
Boy, I mean, to me, these guys have put together a pretty flawless day. I mean, they lost some track position, but otherwise they have been flawless throughout this day.
I just think a lot of the experience that Kyle has in the trucks and in the Xfinity cars, and with this engine package where you got to stay in the throttle, that's the way those other vehicles are. I think it really pays off for him.
Last lap by, he was still the fastest car on the racetrack by 0.5 of a second over Brad Keselowski. Kyle Busch for Toyota and Joe Gibbs Racing wins the Pocono 400, his 55th career win, tying Rusty Wallace for 9th on NASCAR's all-time win list.
55.
Next flag ends the race.
It's going to get ugly. I think it's going to get big and ugly down here in turn 3 or turn 2. Oh, dang, that's turn 1. That turn down there, that one.
Keselowski to the inside on Suarez, and the front 3 get away. It's going to be Logano, Kurt Busch, or Martin Truex.
I am just incredibly impressed with the 22 of Logano, Todd Gordon, that whole team. I mean, they have done everything right today, including that last restart.
Started from the pole, got the #1 pit stall, and coming to the line, I'd say that he's probably going to take home the victory.
Joey Logano by 2 car lengths over Kurt Busch and Martin Truex.
Get there, guys. Hell yeah. Perfect job, everybody. Way to
1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. 5 times in NASCAR history, the final pass of the race has been Kyle Busch passing Martin Truex for the win.
And one mistake that can happen is coming up right here. This is turn 3, the left-hander going to a right-hand turn 3, downhill into turn 4. You can very easily you'll lose traction breaking into this corner.
I just watched Kyle Busch do those turns 2 and 3, and his car was sideways. I mean, he's pushing hard as he can. He's out of grip. I think he's pretty well had it.
And I think this is why Martin Truex Jr. has been so successful today. His car rotates in the middle of the carousel and launches and drives off of this corner so well that Kyle Busch can't get close enough to him to even outbrake him in turn 7.
Again, I just go back to what Cole Pern said. We got to hope Kyle Busch is using up his stuff because we know how aggressive he is, and I believe that's what happened.
The only last lap pass at Sonoma for the win so far. 1991, when Larry Mack's driver Davey Allison passed Ricky Rudd for the win. Then, of course, there was Tony Stewart and Denny Hamlin, but that was a race of a different sort.
And I was going to say, all those were questionable of whether they were actually passes.
Look at Martin. He looks back, says, I think I got this. And guess what? I think he's got it too.
6 car lengths in the middle of turn 11, and it might as well be 6 miles. Around the final corner to the checkered flag, Martin Truex Jr.
Way to go, baby. Way to go. Hell yeah.